Imagine this, you're a local service business and next month your phone starts ringing non-stop. Not once or twice a day, but dozens of times. Calls, messages, leads, all from people who searched for your service and found you first. Now in this video, I'm going to show the exact strategy to pull in 100 leads every month. This works for existing businesses wanting to add an extra 100 leads a month, or businesses just starting out that want to get leads fast. Now the first thing you want to do is figure out how many of those leads you're actually closing. In the description, I'm going to drop a link to a revenue projection planner that you can use to figure out how to forecast your marketing budget. So let's say your current yearly revenue is around £250,000 and your average job brings in around £2,000. If you're converting 30% of the leads and each lead costs you £50, then your monthly ad spend is probably somewhere around £1,700. Let's say your goal is to do £500,000 a year. Keep the job value at $2,000 and the conversion rate at 30%. With the same cost per lead, you'll be spending more on ads, obviously. But if you want to bring that spend down, you'll need to increase your close rate, say from 30% to 50%, which would lower your ad spend significantly while still hitting the same revenue targets. This is exactly how you should be looking at your projections. Your yearly revenue, job value, close rates, and ad spend all work together. Let's take it further. If your target is £1 million a year, still with an average job at £2,000 and 50% close rate, you're looking at spending £4,166 a month in ads. But if your close rate drops to 20%, now we're talking about potentially needing to spend £10,416 a month to get to that £1 million figure. It's very possible, and it all depends on how efficiently you convert those leads. Again, this tool in the description will help you play around with the numbers and get a real feel for what you need to do to hit your targets. Now to get those 100 leads a month, let's talk about visibility, where your company actually needs to be showing up online. Let's say, for example, we're a plumbing company based in Southend. Our primary keyword is going to be plumber Southend. We'll go into a tool called Search Atlas and head into the Keywords Explorer. Set the location to the UK or wherever you're based, and then drop in that main keyword. Now the goal here is to target a keyword that gets good search volume but isn't overly competitive. Plumber Southend looks solid. It's got medium difficulty, 720 average monthly searches and potential traffic of around 3,400. That's a great opportunity. What you're going to do next is hop over to something like GoDaddy and search for a domain name. Ideally, you want a domain that includes your keyword, something like plumbersouthend.co.uk, and that exact match domain is actually available. Now, Google might say that exact match domains don't really help anymore. But if you do enough local searches, you'll start noticing that a lot of companies ranking in the local map pack and organic listings are using exact match domain names. So it's definitely worth considering. If you want to go to the branded route rather than just a plain keyword domain, that's fine too. Just jump into ChatGPT and put in this prompt. Give me a company name that includes this keyword, and then input plumber Southend. One good example it gave was Plumbers Southend Direct, which sounds like a real business and still includes the keyword. It's branded, sounds trustworthy, and still helps with local SEO. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is really structure your website properly. That is really key. Now, once you've sorted the domain and the basics, it's time to build out your content strategy. I'm going to drop a link to the sheet we use for this in the description. But basically, this is where you're going to plan out all of your content. It's where everything lives, your entire strategy in one place. Now you can use ChatGPT for this too if you want to. Just put in this prompt. Give me a page layout that includes all of my company services for a plumbing company in Southend. We do boilers, heating, emergency plumbing, drainage and repairs. And what you'll get back is a really clean SEO-friendly page structure. It will actually map it all out for you. Hero section, intro, service breakdown, calls to action, the works. Now once you've got that layout, follow up with another prompt. Give me the content strategy, and you'll get a full-blown game plan. It will tell you which pages should be your top priority, like your service pages and your local landing pages, and it'll give you ideas for blog posts, tips for your Google business profile, even social media strategies, lead magnets, and a list of keywords to focus on. It's literally laying it all out for you. So what we'll do is plug all of that into the sheet and use that as our strategy moving forward. First things first, we need to make sure our site has the key foundation pages. We're talking about a home page, an about us page, a gallery, and a contact page. That's the basic structure. Then we'll start to list out all the services we offer. Now, instead of just lumping everything together on one page, we're going to break them down into proper categories. So we'll have drainage, plumbing, heating, and boilers as our main service categories. These will go in the site's top navigation bar as drop downs. Under each of these categories, we're going to have individual sub-service pages. So let's say under plumbing, you'll have things like burst pipe repair, tap installations, bathroom fitting, etc. Each one of these gets its own page. Why, you might ask? Because it helps with SEO big time. Each page targets specific keywords, gives users exactly what they're looking for, and it helps Google understand your site structure and authority in the niche. Alright, so now what we're going to do is start breaking down our service categories into the drop-down menus. Let's take drainage first. Under that, we're going to list all the sub-services we offer. So things like block drains, CCTV drain surveys, block toilets, block sinks, and anything else we provide that falls under drainage. The goal is to list out every relevant sub-service you actually do, so we've got a clear structure for the site. And if you're stuck, once again, you can open up ChatGPT and put in this prompt. Give me all the services a drainage company does for a content strategy. And it'll give you a full list. You then just pick the ones you actually provide and pop them into your sheet under the drainage category. You're going to do the exact same thing for plumbing. Just put in this prompt into ChatGPT. Now for plumbing, and it will give you a fresh list of plumbing related sub-services you can turn into their own pages. Again, choose only the ones your business provides and add them under the plumbing category. Another super useful way to find more sub-service ideas is to look at what your competitors are doing, especially the ones ranking in bigger, more competitive areas like London. Search something like Drainage Contractor London on Google and check out the top ranking websites. These companies have usually nailed the SEO because of how competitive that location is. So when you open their websites, look at their drop downs, see the services they're listed under drainage, and then just borrow the ones that are relevant to your business. You'll probably discover a few service ideas you hadn't even thought of before. Do the same for plumbing. Search Plumber London, go to the top site and check their menu. Find all the sub-services they're using and match them with what you actually do. Take those and put them into your content strategy sheet. Repeat this process for heating and boilers as well, and you can use ChatGPT and competitor research to build a complete list of all of these services you offer. Grouped under their respective categories, it's really going to help your website. It's going to form the backbone of your drop-down menus and service pages. Next up, we need to start planning our blog content. Go back to ChatGPT and grab all the blog ideas it gave you earlier. Then paste them into the sheet just below your contact page section. You'll categorize all of these as blogs, so everything is clear. The goal now is to write out each of these blog posts using your own experience, your real world expertise, and the insights you've picked up working in the industry. Once that's sorted, it's time to categorize the rest of the pages. So the homepage will obviously be categorized under homepage, the About Us and Gallery pages, these will go under info pages. Now this is important because we don't optimize info pages for search. They're there for credibility and trust, not SEO. For everything else, the homepage, all your service pages, blogs, and all your local landing pages, these will be optimized fully. And that's where your keywords go, your on-page SEO, all of it. Then finally, drainage, plumbing, heating, and boilers. Those are your main service pages. Everything under them, all the sub-services we listed, will be their own individual service pages. This structure is going to give Google a clear idea of what your site is about and make it super easy for potential customers to find exactly what they're looking for. Alright, so now that we've got our full list of service pages mapped out, the next thing we're going to do is add your main keyword right next to the page name. So for example, if your service is blocked drains and your location is Southend, then your main keyword will be block drains Southend. Same goes for CCTV drain surveys. Your main keyword becomes CCTV drain survey Southend. It's just service plus location. Now, aside from the main keyword, we also want to find all the secondary keywords for each page. To do that, just head over to Search Atlas, drop in your main keyword like block drain Southend, and scroll down. Search Atlas will start showing you variations and related terms. These are your secondary keywords and they're really useful for getting extra visibility on Google. Grab those variations and drop them into the column beside your main keyword in the spreadsheet. These are the extra terms you'll be including on the page itself to help boost your on-page SEO. And once your content is written and your keywords are in place, now comes the fun part. Optimizing the page using Surfer SEO. If you don't already have a Surfer SEO account, I've dropped a link in the video description where you can sign up. Now once you're in, go ahead and create a new optimization project. Put in your main keyword for the page, like block drains Southend, and then also add your secondary keywords, hit create, and now you've got your editor set up. From here, you paste your written content into the Surfer editor. It's going to give you a score out of 100. In most cases, your initial draft might be sitting around 25 or 30 out of 100. As you see, this page has a content score of 28. Now that is totally normal. It just means it's not SEO ready yet. But don't worry, this is where Surfer really helps. It gives you a full list of suggestions, headings, keyword placements, word count, and everything you need to tweak to get that score up. Once you start making changes based on these suggestions, like making sure the heading says block drains Southend, you'll see the score begin to increase. Ideally, you want to get every page to a score of 70 or more. There's even an auto-optimize feature that can do it for you, but just a heads up, it will add a lot of additional fluff. Still, it is pretty good and it even passes AI detection tools, so it's definitely an option if you're short on time. Now, once the page is written, added to the website and fully optimized in Surfer, you go back to your spreadsheet and tick all the boxes. That way you're tracking every step and you know each page is properly done. We want every single page, service pages and blog posts to follow this same process. Now, if you're unsure which platform to build your site on, I'd recommend either WordPress or Squarespace. WordPress is probably your best bet if you're comfortable with a bit of tech or want more flexibility. But if you want something simple and easy to manage without dealing with code, Squarespace is a great option too. Both of them are SEO friendly and really straightforward when it comes to editing blog posts and adding new content. And don't forget the basics. Make sure your page titles and descriptions include your main keyword. For example, if we Googled block drains Basildon and you click on a ranking page, you'll notice that block drains Basildon is in the title and also appears in the description. That's where we're aiming for. You want your keyword in the title of the page, ideally right at the beginning and also in the meta description. So yeah, keep every page optimized, keep your scores over 70% and you'll start seeing those rankings move up. First off, it's going to help you show up in the natural or organic listings on Google. These are the results people scroll to after skipping past the ads and the map pack. And secondly, it's also going to boost your visibility in the Google map pack because the map pulls a lot of data from your actual website. Now, even though the natural listings are still important, the map pack is where most of your calls and leads are going to come from. That's why it's so crucial to have your pages built out and optimized, because that feeds into your map pack visibility and gives you more authority in Google's eyes. The next big thing you need to focus on is setting a budget for Google local service ads, or what's sometimes called Google guarantee ads. You'll want to go back to your revenue or budget planner and figure out how much you can spend to be seen right at the top above the map pack. Local service ads are growing rapidly and they're super effective. The best part is Google only charges you when a lead actually comes in. So even if you allocate something like £500 a week, Google may not even use the full amount unless the demand in your area is high. It's a great way to advertise because you're paying per lead, not per click. To get started with this, just go to Google and search for local service ads. Click on Get Started and begin filling out your details. You'll want to be really careful here. Choose the right categories for your business, enter your location, upload your documents to prove you're legit, and set your budget. It's simple to set up, but incredibly powerful when done right. Now let's talk about your Google business profile. This is absolutely essential. I won't go into detail in this video since we've got a full tutorial that walks you through every step. So I'll drop the link to that in the description so you can go through that at your own time. But basically, you want to make sure this profile is fully optimized. It plays a massive role in whether or not you show up in both the map pack and your local service ads. One of the most important things to get right in your Google business profile is your primary category. That's what shows up beside your star rating and reviews. If you're a plumbing company, your primary category should be plumber, not contractor or plumber's merchant. You'd be shocked by how many businesses get this wrong and it absolutely tanks their rankings. To find the best category options, you can use tools like GMB Everywhere or Plepper. These tools will help you discover what categories your top competitors are using. Also, you can add multiple categories. So if your main one is plumber, your secondary categories could be things like boiler repair, heating engineer, and so on. If we go and look at the top ranking companies in your area, you'll notice something interesting. One company has 59 reviews, another 121, another 28. And then one of them with 4.9 stars and 121 reviews is right at the top. That's the one we want to beat. To do that, we've got to get our categories right, cover all service areas properly, and consistently collect more reviews. All of that works together to push you higher in local search. Now, your Google business profile also directly impacts your local service ads. When someone clicks on your ad, what they're seeing is basically your business profile information. That includes your reviews, business hours, images, and everything else. So if your profile looks weak or half done, people aren't going to trust you. But if it's full of clear info, strong images, and lots of glowing reviews, people are going to trust you instantly and you're going to get more calls. All right, now the next thing we've got to talk about is how we're actually going to push things forward and hit our goal of getting over 100 leads a month. One of the key areas we want to focus on is the find results on section of search. This is where all the big directories show up. I'm talking sites like Checkertrade, Trust-A-Trader, and Yelp. So when we open up these directories, we can see all of these plumbing companies coming up with loads of reviews. 110, 58, 61, and even 414 reviews. And these companies are dominating the local area. Now, if we want to be right at the top, especially in the top 3 spots, we've got to get serious. These review counts aren't random, they're strategic. So we need to be pushing for over 100 reviews on big directories like these. Even if we're only serving the South End area, this is where we want to be showing up. So message or email Checkertrade and ask them directly, how do I get to the top? What does it take? Same thing for Trusted Trader. You'll see the same trend. Tons of reviews for these companies dominating locally. And do the same thing with Yale.com. Don't just guess. Contact them. Ask them what you need to do to rank higher in Southend. Tell them you want to be the #1 plumbing company in that area. You want omnipresence. You want to be everywhere. Whether someone's on Checkatrade, Trusted Trader, Yale, Google, your business needs to be impossible to ignore. That's how you get to over 100 leads every month. You just make it so that no matter where someone's searching, your company is in front and center. So now that we're on local service ads and we're showing up in the find results on section and we're fully optimized in our Google business profile, next thing we do is appear in the sponsored ads section. These are your regular Google ads. And what we found here is that while you can use your main website for these ads, local landing pages tend to perform a lot better. Dedicated pages built on tools like Unbounce, Lead Pages, or even Go High Level. These tools let you create simple, clean landing pages that are super focused. The goal here is to remove distractions, so no cluttered navigation bars, no endless links, just one clean page built around one service. So for example, let's say you've got an ad running for drainage in Southend. Your landing page should be all about drainage in Southend. Title at the top, contact form right in the center, real photos of your team, a bold headline like drainage in Southend, get a quote today. All of these things. You want the visitor to know straight away that they're in the right place and they can trust you. You don't want to overcomplicate the design. This isn't about having the flashiest website, it's about solving a problem quickly and making your business look professional and reliable. You can have a bold statement like best price guaranteed, followed by things that really speak to the customer. Drains unblocked from £75, no call out charges, open 7 days a week, we respond fast. These are the kind of things that make people act. Send an inquiry, fill out the form, or call you right away. The whole point is to keep it simple and focused. Strip out anything that distracts from the main action you wanted to take. You're paying per click here, not per lead like in local service ads, so you want every click to count. Make it count with a focused landing page that gets straight to the point, and fill the rest of the page with real content, photos of your team, screenshots of your reviews from Google or Trustpilot, and clear call to actions. That is the key. Make it look legit, make it sound helpful, and keep it dead simple to use. This is your roadmap to 100 leads a month. If you cover all of these areas, you'll start to see those numbers roll in. You'll grow fast, you'll dominate the first page of Google, and most importantly, you'll build a local service business that actually wins. Thanks for watching until the end. I do hope you got a lot out of the video. So our goal here is to help you generate the best quality leads so you can fill out your diary with more customers and grow your business. And that's it from me. And by the way, if lead generation is a problem for you right now, then I've left a link in the description that's going to help you solve that problem in just under 3 minutes. I want to say a big thank you again for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please do like and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment in the comments section. We read and respond to all of the comments we get. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next one.